Hey guys, this is Reese Turner from the Vanguard team at Manor Realty. Today I wanted to quickly give a perspective check to the investors and the rookie investors who want to get going in the business. It's funny because I always tell this to my real estate team that this is a relationship-based business. So therefore, they need to do more than just email the prospective client back or the lead back, somebody that wants to buy or invest. So when you first reach out to us, it's an email and you said, hey, I saw your videos and blah, blah, blah. There's an encouragement from me to my teammates to get on the phone with you guys at the very least, if not get on a Zoom so you can see each other. And the reason I say that to them, it dawned on me during the Christmas break that it's the same advice I should be providing you guys. You guys need to make sure you're creating that relationship as well, so that you're just not a name on a screen. You're not just a name on a text, but you're a person with a personality. And you want to like the real estate agent as much as the real estate agent needs to like you, or at least trust that you're going to work with them and you're not going to just flitter around with 20 different real estate agents, right? So it dawned on me, you guys need to make sure you're making that relationship with my team, the Vanguard team as well. It goes both ways, doesn't it? And what happened was we had a client that now has very quickly bought his first income property with us. And he's an investor from Vancouver Island, right? So Victoria, BC, that sort of area. And I recognized early on that he was never going to visit Windsor, that he was going to invest remotely, which is great. And he's done it in another community before. That's why we knew he's quite comfortable with it. And that's great. But how is my agent going to know that this guy's legitimate and 15 other people that are emailing from the West Coast that aren't going to buy anything, that sort of thing? And what I did was I made sure that Stephanie Saunders on my team in this case got on a Zoom with him. And the three of us just did a quick video hello. And now everybody knows each other. There's a different part of the brain, right, that registers the person when they don't just know the name, they know the voice and they know the face and they know the mannerisms. It's instinctual. This goes back millions of years, guys. It's hardwired in. So you want to make sure, just as much as my agents, you want to make sure that you're offering to get on Zoom. Even if English is your second language, soldier on. I know the feeling. Like I'm conversational in Spanish and in French, and I would struggle, but I would still do it. I would still get on that Zoom and I would struggle just so they could see me and know my mannerisms and in my case, my joking around and that sort of thing. And that builds more of a relationship, right? Because at the end of the day, you want to know if you can know, like, and trust the real estate agent, right? We want to know that you're serious. And we quantify seriousness in two different ways. Are you financially ready, right? Do you have your down payment? And have you talked to a really good mortgage specialist, typically in Windsor, but there's a few good ones up in the GTA. Amanda Pivar up in the Hamilton region is excellent. Aman Bola in Mississauga, again, really knows what he's doing. And then there's about a half dozen at Windsor that we really, really like. So we've got people at CIBC, we've got mortgage brokers, et cetera, that are really, really good down here. Joe Bondi, who you'll see on one of our videos from the Super Mortgage team. Scott Dillingham and Len City still do pretty damn well. Anyway, I got on a bit of a tangent there, but we want to make sure you're financially ready, right? So down payment and mortgage qualification. Then from there, we want to make sure you're mentally ready. And mental readiness is one of two things. It's either like the client out in Vancouver Island, who's never going to visit, but is a seasoned investor, right? He doesn't need to visit. Stephanie will do a FaceTime in the place. She'll recommend this place over the other three places, right? And then he pulled trigger and bought the first property. Most of you, mental qualification is going to be physically coming down to Windsor. So if we know you got your down payment and you got your financing, 80% of you get your butt down to Windsor, right? Shake hands, not just with us, shake hands with your mortgage specialist. shake hands with a couple of the real estate lawyers that we've recommended and figure out which one you want to work with. You can go with the GTA lawyers. For example, we've got a guy, Quig. Come on, what's Quig's last? Oh, he's going to kill me. Quig. Hang on, now I'm going to figure that out. Sean Quig, right? Sean Quig. Jeez, Sean, I'm sorry if you watched this video, man. I know you way better than that. Sean Quig is the one lawyer out in the GTA that we're happy to see you working with on a real estate transaction. Beyond him, you grab a local real estate lawyer like Jerry Udell, like Adam Wadrinski. There's a few of them that we really, really like down here. And that way you're paying the cheapest amount, but you're also getting the best service because they know the Windsor market. Most real estate lawyers in Toronto are just going to subcontract one of these guys anyway, and now you're paying more money. All right. So you come down to Windsor, you shake hands with everybody, you set up your team, you get comfortable with everybody, you go look at 6 of the best possible properties available, and you put an offer on one. And the reason you're putting an offer on one, even if you're like, oh, I think we can do better than this, especially if it's your first one, don't wait for the perfect property. The first one is not designed to get you wealthy. One duplex is not going to do that. The first one is to get rid of 90% of your questions, 90% of your fears. It gives you training as a lawyer, as a landlord. You're going to make rookie mistakes on a small property so they don't cost you as much money as they will later on when you buy that 10plex, right? It's a learning process. You're getting rid of fear. You're getting rid of the questions. You're learning the business. You're refining your team. And then from there, you might buy one more. My first deal was my 3rd property. And the reason it's never the first property is you don't even know what a steal is yet because you have no perspective. And even if you do, you have too many questions and too many fears to move fast enough to beat the seasoned investors to that steal. So forget about the steal. Just get the meat and potatoes, cash flowing income property, learn the business, make your mistakes, and then build it up from there. All right. So I hope that helped today. That's sort of more for your perspective, but you can see how it ties into our perspective as top real estate agents, right? We want to make sure we're not wasting our time when somebody's going to flitter off with 10 different real estate agents because we see ourselves as financial advisors for real estate, right? You don't have 2 accountants and 3 real estate lawyers, and no. So for Windsor, why would you have more than one real estate agent, especially with our access to exclusive listings and pocket listings and pre-MLS listings, right? I'm at 8 minutes. Man, I'm fired up. So enjoy it, guys. Stay warm out there. Any questions or concerns, comment below or private message me and let's get you started. All right? Talk to you soon.